What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Dose Media Network YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be going over some of my favorite props for week 3 in the NFL on Sunday. This is an early first look. If you want to be profitable on Prizepicks, you have to lock these plays in early before the lines move. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to identify some plays that I will be playing this week for week 3. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video. But without further ado, let's get into my favorite plays for Sunday. One of my favorite plays for Sunday is Christian McCaffrey CMC over 77.5 rushing yards. Now, I usually don't like taking these high overs on running backs, but Christian McCaffrey has the best role in the NFL on one of the best offenses in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey is literally playing every single snap for the 49ers as it stands right now, which is surprising, especially early in the season. You would think that they would want to save CMC for their playoff run and the playoff stretch and the home stretch of the regular season, but Kyle Shanahan has decided to use McCaffrey as a workhorse running back. No other running back on the 49ers even had an attempt last week, all right? No other running back on the 49ers even got into the game on offense. Christian McCaffrey was the freaking workhorse for the entire game on Sunday, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And obviously with running back overs, it's all about opportunity, right? They just need the opportunity and they will most likely produce. And Christian McCaffrey is obviously one of, if not the best running back in the NFL. We have a plus matchup here against the Giants on Thursday Night Football. From an opportunity standpoint, from a production standpoint, from an offensive game plan standpoint, everything points to the 49ers wanting to use Christian McCaffrey as their workhorse running back. I don't see that changing on Thursday. The Giants are also potentially going to be without Saquon Barkley. They haven't been good this season. They were down 3 touchdowns to the Arizona Cardinals in week 2. I see the 49ers dominating this game, and they're going to dominate it on the back of Christian McCaffrey. So over 77.5 rushing yards. I would assume this gets bumped, so I would lock this play in early. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you leave a like, do all that good stuff. It really helps us out and it helps our channel. And if you're interested, we have a premium Discord where you will get every single play that Ben and I make for the entire NFL season. It's $9.99 a week, $19.99 a month, or $84.99 for the entire NFL season. We'll probably run a promo here shortly in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout for that. But if you're interested in joining, the link for that is in the description down below. My second favorite play for the week 3 slate is Travis Kelce over half a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown. There's not much that needs to be said about Travis Kelce. He's the best tight end in the league. He's been one of the best fantasy tight ends in the league, and if they have this lineup in this specific category every week, I will be playing it every week. I played it in week 2. He ended up scoring a touchdown against the Jags. But in week 3, he has a cupcake matchup against the Chicago Bears. This is a spot where the Chiefs have one of the highest implied team totals on the slate. Travis Kelce is obviously a very good touchdown scorer. He's attached to Patrick Mahomes. But the reason I like this bet specifically is the Chiefs really have no other talent on the offense besides Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. With the Chiefs, they have wide receivers in Kadarius Toney, who's, a very up and down player. They have Sky Moore, who had a decent game last week, but he's been an inconsistent player to start his career. They have role players in Justin Watson and Richie James. They have Rashad Rice, who could be an electric rookie, but he had a down week in week 2. Isaiah Pacheco is solid out of the backfield, but behind him, they don't really have much. So the offense runs through Travis Kelce. Highest implied team total, or one of the highest implied team totals on the slate. I mean, he could potentially luck into a passing or a rushing touchdown. Like, they're giving us an opportunity to just get one Travis Kelce touchdown no matter how it comes. And we know the Chiefs love to run fluke shit at the goal line, and I expect the Chiefs to be in the end zone quite a bit on Sunday. So Travis Kelce over half a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown is my second favorite play for the main slate in week 3. All right, enough of the overs. For the first 2 weeks of the NFL season, it's been under season. Offenses have been pretty stagnant. Football has been relatively bad, and James Conner is a greened out goblin. But we're coming into this game against Dallas potentially the best defense in the NFL, one of the best rushing defenses in the NFL with one of the best defensive lines, going up against this abysmal Cardinals team that has been up in both of these two games against Washington and the Giants. Both the Giants and Commanders had to make late game comebacks to beat this putrid team, and I just don't expect that to be the case this weekend. James Conner has been solid to start the year, 62 yards and 106 last week against the Giants, but like, game script matters more than anything for running backs production outside of opportunity. And while James Conner is going to get opportunity, the game script is not going to call for a 15 or 20 rush attempt James Conner game. And I don't think he's going to be efficient at all. So we're getting a decent line here at 60.5. And I'm just leaning the under in this spot. I mean, we're just betting against matchup. We're betting that the game script is going to be in favor of the Cowboys, and the Cardinals are going to have to drop back a ton. And this is just an absolute domination spot for the Cowboys. So James Conner under 60.5 rushing yards seems like a very good play. And I think people might see this greened out chart and want to either play or stay away from James Conner. But he's 100% going under this line, and this is definitely my favorite under on the slate. All right, my fourth and final favorite prop for Sunday is another under, so I'm giving you 2 overs, 2 unders. Rashad White under 50.5 rushing yards. Kind of the same thesis around the James Conner under. It's just a bad spot for this Bucs offensive line going up against this dominant Philly defensive line, you know, with Jalen Carter and the dogs that they have on that line. And Rashad White, in my opinion, is just not that good of a runner at the NFL level. Obviously, he had a good game against Chicago. Chicago is just horrible, and you know they're going to give up production to anybody. But Philly has one of, if not the best, run-stopping D in the league. I expect the Bucs to be down in this game. This game is going to be put in the hands of Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, etc. through the passing game. And I think that is ultimately where you beat Philly. They just lost Devontae Maddox to a torn pec. They've had injuries to their cornerbacks. James Bradbury missed last week. So they are kind of lacking depth in the secondary. And I think that is where you attack Philly. You don't attack them up the middle on the ground. You attack them through the air, over the middle of the field to the tight end. So Rashad White under 50.5 rushing yards. I just don't think he's an efficient running back to begin with. And then you pair that with the fact that, you know, it's a bottom 2, bottom 3 matchup in the entire NFL. This play just screams under to me. So Rashad White under 50.5 rushing yards is my fourth and final favorite play for this slate. But that is going to be it for this video. A quick recap if you haven't watched or if you skipped. My 4 favorite props so far for this Sunday slate on this limited board is Travis Kelce over half a pass, rushing and receiving touchdown. James Conner under 60.5 rushing yards. Rashad White under 50.5 rushing yards. And CMC over 77.5 rushing yards. Those are my 4 favorite props. If you lock this in, let me know down below in the comments. Like I said at the top, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton. And if you're interested, you could join our premium Discord where you will get more picks, more bets, more everything for the low price of $9.99 a week. But until the next video, take it easy, guys, and we will see you then.